Welcome to Miss Anime's very first character spotlight. Today we will delve into the gripping tale of a protagonist whose unwavering determination and profound evolution have left an indelible mark in the world of anime. Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. I've chosen to shine a spotlight on Eren because his character arc is not only riveting, but also emblematic of the series' central themes of survival, freedom, and the human spirit. From his humble beginnings within the walls of Shiganshina to his relentless pursuit of freedom and justice against towering adversaries, Eren's journey is one of courage, sacrifice, and profound transformation. Join me as I unravel the layer of Aaron's characters, exploring his motivations, struggles, and the pivotal moments that define him as one of anime's most compelling protagonists. Get ready to deep dive into the heart of Eren Yeager's story. This is Eren Yeager Journey Beyond the Walls. Before we delve into Eren's history, here's a quick rundown that you should know about Eren. Eren Yeager was a former member of the Survey Corps and the main protagonist of Attack on Titan. He lived in Shiganshina district with his parents until the fall of Wall Maria, where he impotently witnessed his mother being eaten by a titan. This event would lead to Eren's intense hatred towards the titans, as he swore to wipe all of them off the face of the earth. Soon afterward, his father Grisha Yeager found him and gave him the key to his basement, instructing Eren to find it at all costs and retake Wall Maria. He then injected Eren with a Titan serum. In the year 847, Eren, Mikasa Ackerman, and Armin Arlet joined the 104th Training Corps. The three graduated with Eren ranking 5th best, and they joined the Survey Corps following the Battle of Trost District. After finding the basement and unlocking his father's memories, Eren learned about the truth of what the Titans are, as well as the history of Elia and Marley. Eren then vowed to free his home from their true enemy, the rest of humanity that lives across the ocean. Eren possessed the power of 3 Titans. From his father, Eren inherited the attacked and founding Titans. After eating Lara Tiber during the raid on Liberio, he gained the Warhammer Titan as well. Eren was born in Shiganshina district on March 30th, 835, in the southern region of Wall Maria, to Karla Yeager and Grisha Yeager. He had a few friends, although his best friend was Armin Arlet, whom he often defended from the neighborhood bullies. Armin inspired his passion to leave the walls and travel by showing him a hidden book about the outside world. He dreamed of joining the Survey Corps as soon as he reached the enlistment age in order to see the outside world. Because of this dream, Eren and Armin were frequently regarded as heretics and harassed constantly by the other children. When Eren was 9 years old, he accompanied his father on a house call to the Ackerman family's house, only to find both parents murdered and their daughter Mikasa missing. Fearing the worst, Dr. Yeager instructed Eren to stay within the house while he fetched the military police. Eren, however, tracked the robbers to a small cabin in the forest behind the house. Thinking quickly, Eren feigned distress and claimed that he was lost. As one of the robbers approached Eren, he pulled out a hidden knife and stabbed the man. As the second man went after him with an axe, Eren charged him with a makeshift spear, piercing him in the shoulder. Once he was down, Eren proceeded to stab him to death in a wild frenzy while Mikasa looked on. As Eren untied her in the aftermath, he was caught off guard by a third robber who proceeded to strangle him. Eren urged Mikasa, who was frozen in fear, to fight back, warning her that they would both be killed if she did nothing. As Eren began to lose consciousness, Mikasa finally lost all inhibition and lunged at their attacker, stabbing him through the heart and killing him. When Dr. Yeager eventually returned with the military police, he took Eren aside, scolding him angrily for his reckless behavior. While Eren was genuinely sorry for upsetting his father, he expressed no remorse whatsoever for killing the robbers. When Mikasa remarked that she was cold, Eren gave her the scarf from his own neck, and when Dr. Yeager invited Mikasa to live with their family from then on, Eren accepted her with no hesitation, tugging on her sleeve and shyly insisting that they return home. Eren was best described as hard-headed, strong-willed, passionate, and impulsive, which are attributes of both his strong determination to protect mankind and eventually his strong determination to escape the walls. Even as a young child, he was so intent on joining the Survey Corps that he argued with and shouted at his mother, referring to the people in the village as silly and comparing them to complacent livestock. Eren cared deeply for his friends and family, risking harm and even death in order to protect them. As a child, he took on larger boys who bullied Armin Arlet, and more tragically, he attempted to lift the rubble that crushed his mother during the Titan's assault in Shiganshina. Eren was also capable of displaying violent behavior in defense of people he did not even know. This was highlighted when he attempted to rescue Mikasa Ackerman by brutally slaughtering two of the human traffickers who had captured her. After Armin showed Eren a book depicting the wonders of the outside world, he grew to share his friend's curiosity of the world beyond the walls and decided to see it for himself. This led Eren to develop a scornful attitude towards anyone who was content to live and die within the walls' confines without ever setting foot outside. As a result of this, he greatly admired the soldiers of the Survey Corps, regarding them as heroes and wishing to join their ranks as soon as he became eligible for enrollment. He was quick to take offense when anyone spoke badly of the Corps, and his determination to join them caused friction between himself, his mother, and to a lesser extent, Mikasa. Eren has a marked lack of self-restraint that often led him into trouble, causing his friends and family to worry about him. His limited self-control was evident in his temper, which often caused him to act recklessly in anger or say things he himself knew he should not have. This was exacerbated by his tendency to view the world in terms of black and white, where individuals who deny others their freedom were worthless scum unfit to be alive. Though he had great compassion, Eren had little in a way of empathy and was prone to taking things at face value, evaluating situations or ideas solely by his own arbitrary perspective, and rarely ever thought deeper about them unless someone else pointed things out for him. Though Eren spoke about eradicating the Titans with seemingly great confidence, his bravado hid deep insecurities. He was often ready to blame himself and his incompetence whenever something went wrong, believing a course of action he took or failed to take was the reason for the disastrous results. This was most evident when he blamed himself for the death of the Special Operations Squad at the hands of the female Titan, and for the death of many veterans that perished in the rescue operation after he had been kidnapped by Raynor Braun and Berthold Hoover. Eren's ordeals since the coup d'etat have mellowed his personality considerably. When he discovered the truth about where his father had been the night Wall Maria fell, he was willing to ask Historia Race to eat him for the good of humanity. He admitted that he viewed himself as weak and that his reliance on the Attack Titan proved it. It took a lot of encouragement from his friends for him to overcome this state of despair and regain his passion. By the time he found out from his father's books that Titans were actually humans who were forced to transform by the Marleyan government, he seemed to have let go of his hatred against them. When passing by a slow-moving Titan en route to the ocean, he showed no signs of anger or unrest, and instead calmly called the Titan an Eldian. Eren possesses a great amount of perseverance, fortitude, and determination. As such, he managed to master the basics of vertical maneuvering equipment even when his equipment was damaged, and graduated as 5th top trainee in his class despite the lack of his natural talent. Eren had been noted to be quite charismatic and had a talent for delivering impassioned speeches, often unwittingly managing to persuade the mass of his listeners to sympathize with his point of view. Even Jean Kirsten, his bitter rival, had admitted this, as he convinced over half a dozen recruits to consider joining the Survey Corps before the Battle of Trost. 4 years later, he made use of this skill consciously, as shown when he easily lifted Falco's spirits and convinced him to deliver a letter outside of Liberio, despite the fact that Eldians were usually forbidden from leaving the internment zone. In the years since recovery of Shiganshina, Eren had shown remarkable progress in his analytical and tactical skills, both in outside and inside of the battle. Apart from maintaining his cover as a Marleyan soldier for an extended period of time and procuring a method of transporting his letters to the Survey Corps, Eren accurately guessed the source of Falco Grice's injuries and the reason why he wanted to become the next Armored Titan. Later on, he successfully led Reiner into a trap, and in his battle against Lara Tiber, he quickly deduced the true location of the Warhammer Titan. When he was able to crack the crystal encasing her with his Attack Titan jaws, he was resourceful enough to use the Jaw Titan's jaws as an improvised nutcracker to kill her and obtain the Warhammer Titan. Thanks for tuning into our character spotlight on Eren Yeager. We've covered a lot today, but there's still so much more to explore about this dynamic character. That's why I'm excited to announce that we'll be continuing with a part two of our discussion. In part two, we'll dive deeper into Eren's personality, his incredible Titan abilities, and I'll even sprinkle in some fun trivia about Eren Yeager that you won't want to miss. So make sure to stay tuned for the next video where we'll pick up right where we left off and unravel even more layers of Eren's characters. Until then, thanks for watching and I'll catch you all in the next one. Stay wicked!